Yo guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be talking about the cut content of MW3. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So first we have weapons, where there's quite a lot, so I'll split it up by weapon types. First, assault rifles, where we have the FAMAS, the F2000, which would have been used as a target laser for a cut kill streak. We also have the MP44, which was ported from COD 4. The M21 EVR was cut, although it does actually have MW3 engine images, which suggests it was cut very late in development. And finally, the TAR-21, which has a few images that are in the files. This is my favourite gun in the original MW2, so there you go, little fact about me. And next, SMGs, where we have the Vector, which was shown off in very early trailers. We also have the AK-74U, a gun that actually is in the game through the campaign and Spec Ops, but it was actually meant to be the first DLC multiplayer weapon. Now, I know this is fairly common nowadays. This is sort of like a year or whatever, but this would have been pretty crazy back in the day. Shotguns, where we have the Rangers and the M1014. LMGs next, where we have the MG42, which was taken directly from World at War. The RPD, which, like the Vector, was seen in very early trailers but was cut. The AUG H-bar was also cut from the game, which was taken from MW2. And finally, the M240, which was cut from our stomping grounds. But if you had the Wii version, this was in the mission Goalpost. And although it was also carried by Juggernauts in the DLC Spec Ops mission Special Delivery, using the MW2 models. Snipers now, we have 3 to report. First is the Mark 12 SPR, which is basically an M4A1 and an RSASS scope and a bipod. The Lee Enfield, which was cut from the game using assets from World at War. A weapon that was also cut from World at War. I'm starting to feel a little bad for this, to be honest. Finally, the Intervention, which, to be honest, there isn't much left of this weapon besides a few creator class icons that are all from MW2. Pistols next, where we have the M1911, the M93 Raffica, the M9, and the Golden Desert Eagle from COD 4. I also added machine pistols into this section as well, both are from MW2, where we have the TMP and PP2000. Finally, on this front, we have the AT4 rocket launcher. Cut perks now, where we have Akimbo and extended mags, which were replaced by the attachments of the same names. Next, Javelin ×1 and Stinger ×2. Both were cut because they were added as actual weapons and not a toggle ability. There's also a lot of perks that were also cut from MW2 that are present here. These includes Black Box, a perk that would increase your aerial kill streak's duration. Challenger, which will give you double XP but less health. Saboteur, which allowed you to capture objectives faster. Siege, which would have made you immobile but would increase your accuracy and recoil. Burst Fire, which allowed you to shoot weapons with a 3-round burst. And finally, for the perks cut from MW2, Shell Shock, which attached a riot shield onto your back. We also had the remote MG turret, which sounds a bit like the remote sentry that was actually in the game. There was also Endgame, which would have made your health 4 times bigger, but your life would only last 10 seconds. There was also a tactical insertion, which works exactly like the equipment, and this was actually featured in MW3's multiplayer reveal trailer. Free Runner, which would allow you to run for an infinite amount of time. And finally, for the perks front, we have any 2, which would have allowed you to have any perk in slot 2 or slot 3, but it would take up perk 1, so you only got 2 perks overall. Death streaks now, we've got 3 to report. First, Copycat, which allowed you to steal the loadout of someone who killed you. Heartbreak next, which took you off heartbeat sensors. And finally, Painkiller, which gave you a lot more health off your spawn for a few seconds. I'm sure if you've played MW2, you know why people don't like that. We have 2 cut game modes, which are Global Thermonuclear War, which I described in my MW2 video, so please go and watch that one after this video though. And finally, we have Grinder, which has only a few audio lines left in the files and is speculated to have been cut due to its similarity to Drop Zone. Cut multiplayer maps now, where we have Alps, Meteora, which is an early version of Sanctuary, Plaza, which is an early version of Arcadim, Warlord, which has files attached to the mission back on the grid, so imagine something like that. We also have the map Brooklyn, and finally Coast, which has ties to the map Piazza, which was DLC map, but is actually closer to the DLC map Black Box, which is the one with the plane in the like in the suburbs or whatever. Okay, so we have 2 Spec Ops missions that were cut. One is Assault Mine, which is similar to the mission Fire mission. That was not hard to say in any way. and defend the Ferris, which would have had you defending the Ferris wheel from COD 4. Finally, cut camos, where there's actually 7 to talk about here. So we have digital, desert, arctic, red tiger, woodland, red urban, blue tiger, and finally there is a cut camo for the ACR, which doesn't seem to be linked to any existing camo. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought, and share it to anyone you know. And yeah, bye.